I'm a co-founder of Paralelní Polis, of this place. So it was an experiment in parallel economy and parallel society. I like writing both code and language, so I wrote several books on these topics and related topics to liberty, decentralization, honest money, and things like that. And I write code that are mostly experiments in many things, from AI to Bitcoin and decentralized communication, things like that.
Busy man. So we're here at the Institute of Crypto-Anarchy. These are some new concepts for me. Could you kind of give me the download on exactly what crypto-anarchy encompasses?
Yes, so crypto-anarchy is an idea that uses cryptography and crypto technologies to increase personal liberty. And it's very different to all other liberty movements because it is a strategy that can be used today. So you have like political philosophy, like whatever, minarchism, anarcho-capitalism, and all these ideas of how to reduce the role of the state. But it's all some kind of political change. And crypto-anarchy is very different because it allows you to use these technologies to have more liberty in your life today. So, for example, if you want a right to privacy, you can use encryption technology. You don't need to wait for anyone to pass a law or something. You can just use the software and get privacy today. If you want anonymity, you can use anonymity technology. If you want to have uncensored money, you can use Bitcoin today and do this. So it's a very concrete strategy that you can use, and it allows you by several techniques to get more liberty. One of the main themes of crypto-anarchy is detaching your body, your physical identity, from some of your actions. So physical bodies can be put in jail, they can be locked down in a pandemic or something. But these days, many things in life are digital. You can run digital business, you can communicate, many things are digital. And with these tools, you can do it in a way where it's not attached to your physical body. So this connection is obscured or encrypted. It's not the best word to use, but that's how to think about it.
So what kind of people are looking for such solutions that are offered by this? These tools, is it younger people? Is it people working in certain industries? What's the makeup of Paralelní Polis over the last decade as well?
People who are enthusiastic about the technology, of course. That's
the geeks.
The geeks and the hackers. Then you have many political activists. Not that much in like Western liberal democracies, because here activists can be more open. There are many places where you really need to use this technology to not be put in jail or murdered by some autocrat. So that's a very common use case for these technologies. And then people who want to help institute some kind of change. So, for example, in many countries in Africa, you have capital controls, so you cannot really improve your condition because you cannot receive money, you cannot store it safely, and you get screwed up multiple layers, and if you find yourself in a place like this, you want these technologies to be able to help you. So I think it's for very common use cases. Argentina, most Argentinians know how to use crypto technologies because they want to have access to at least electronic dollars outside of the banking system, if not Bitcoin. So they know they have hyperinflation, they know they need it, and everyone knows how to use it.
Yeah, and I've noticed a bit of a pattern. Often it's sort of governmental or tyrannical states, and the populations that live in those places that are going to benefit from these tools. But is there something also to be said for the corporate entities that tend to apply a lot of pressure on their users or their customers over time? Do you see the application there? Or?
Sure. There is the power of social media companies, phone manufacturers, internet service providers, AI, people who make AI, companies who make AI, is huge. So we have seen that we can be censored, we can be cancelled, our income can be removed from us.
And that's regardless of geolocation as well, right? So this affects a larger...
Yes. A very common theme in Crypto-Anarchy is censorship resistance, for example, and kind of tying, but it's people usually talk about censorship resistance in case of communication, peer-to-peer or like broadcast communication. But then when they talk about financial communication, suddenly it's another thing, you know, that we should censor financial communication, you know, all these anti-money laundering laws and things like that. But they go hand in hand. If you can produce content, but you cannot be rewarded for it, you cannot receive donations or whatever, then you are still censored, even though you can spread the content out. So that's very one of the first use cases of Bitcoin was WikiLeaks. They were publishing information, but they couldn't receive donations, so they started accepting Bitcoin. So yes, the influence of media and communication networks is huge, but also of the financial networks. So kind of Crypto-Anarchy kind of touches on all of these areas, and nothing is left out.
How long have you been involved with crypto specifically?
I studied computer science and let's say cryptography, but it's a much wider field. So from school, and I've been very involved in these cypherpunk technologies like encryption and anonymization and so on. So Bitcoin is the first protocol that solved the holy grail of Crypto-Anarchy, which is peer-to-peer electronic cash. But there are many other technologies in there. And also, if you're asking about other crypto projects, I think they often bring some kind of value. So I'm not focused only on Bitcoin or anything like that. I think all these technologies, or many of these technologies, have place and they can be useful. So I like to look at it more broadly. I like other use cases. I think it's
more on the developer product sort of side of things.
Yes, I like to use them as a person. I promote, for example, in DeFi use of collateralized loans. That's a very good way how not sell your precious hard money and finance some projects, entrepreneurship, because many people, like when they want to start a company, so company requires your attention, your time, and sometimes capital investment. And many people who are into Bitcoin and understand what it is, they say, I don't want to invest my money into my business because the expected return of Bitcoin is much higher, so I will just buy Bitcoin. And with collateralized loan, you can do both. So you can finance your business, not sell your Bitcoin, and still do something that you are made to do. You know, you don't want to sit around and wait for your Bitcoin to go to the moon. You want to have a purpose in life, hopefully. So this is a use case that I use, and it's not trading, basically. Well, it's a type of trade, but you do it once. But it's like what a real life use case this brings to you, and there are many real world things that are useful for people.
Thank you very much, Juraj.
Thank you. My pleasure.